I know, I'm back, but this time without what you get the privilege of watching me move cameras, moving my camera around. So the first couple of seconds of this particular video are going to be a little disorienting while I resituate myself. Whew. Oh yeah, I should probably do the usual, change up my chat here. Alrighty, let's get 20 minutes in. Half an hour if I'm lucky, if I'm motivated enough. Okay, so earlier today, I put some basing on Santa's base here. This was my lunch rush. See, I kind of got some snow base going for him a little bit. It don't look too bad. It looks kind of snowy. And I may have to put a little bit more in there because you could see. But this is hard now. This is like, even though it's sitting on a well, I guess it is kind of a hard base, but this is pretty rigid. You don't have to worry about anything. I don't know what I'll put on. I don't know if I want to paint, shadows in the snow or not. I mean, do I? I mean, there's shadow just in the natural shadowing of shadows because it is purely white. But yeah, so we'll see. Maybe I'll throw some more on there, get his boots a little bit more in there. But I do like kind of the way that's coming out. But Santa's getting there. I haven't put any eyes on him. I mean, I got the whites of his eyes, but that's it. Got a few more things to do. Other thing I did at lunchtime today was I focused on getting Krampus's bottom half done. So I'm getting there. So this is Krampus's thing. So I'm going to have to figure out a good way. Maybe I'll have to take that coloring that I have and bring it over his top half as well. I haven't decided how. I'm probably going to stick with the same dark tones, but this I'm thinking is going to be like a black. I think it maybe even black with a decent amount of smokiness in it. Maybe even I'll just do a black wash on the outside edges because I want it to look like it's kind of. Let's do that. Let's do that now. Let's go with a dark wash or even like a graveyard gray or some kind of dark color. Let's see what I've got here. Dark. Got some Crusader skin out here, and I've got desolate brown. Not what I'm looking for. Alien purple. Some silver. Familiar pink I don't need. Grave Lord Gray. I thought I had one that was kind of supposed to be like a black. Broadsword silver. Plate mail. Pallid bone. Got two of those. Neither one. Look at that. These two pallid bones do not even look the same. Look at that. That one's darker, but the picture's lighter. That one's lighter, but the picture's darker. I don't get it. What did I use a different primer? What the heck? That's really weird. Did I swap the lids? I don't know what I did there. That one's kind of funky. Could have swore I had a black. contrast paint. Is this it? No, that's an airbrush. Oh, that's matte black air. Do I want matte black air? I mean, that's kind of black. Air paints are really thin, and but air paints are not inks. So they're thin enough that you can put them on, but they're gonna do a fairly decent cover. They're supposed to do it with you're doing it with an airbrush. Hammered copper, and just putting away my boatloads of other colors because I got too many of them. Oh man, I keep hitting the camera. I'm sorry. I'm not hitting the camera. I'm hitting the lights that are coming off of it. They're probably like, stop doing that, man. You're making me dizzy. Let's see. Dungeon. What is that? Dungeon gray. Various other kinds of grays. Nightmare black. What is nightmare black? I don't think I've ever used nightmare black. Nightmare black. What do you think? Should I try nightmare black just because? It's probably not. This is a Reaper paint. I have nothing against Reaper. I like Reaper paints, by the way. But, I mean, they're okay. I don't know if they're my favorite paints, but I do like them. I do use them. Haven't found any reason to not like them. All right, well, I guess I don't have a black wash. I thought or a black contrast paint. Could have swore I did, but apparently not. If I do, I have Gravelord Gray, which is, gray, as it says, but it's a darker gray. But I thought I had like I don't know, bad guy black. I don't know, some kind of black. Uniform gray. I do have Nuln Oil, which is kind of a wash, Not white. Unless I put it back in the wrong place, which I wouldn't put past me. I've been known to do stuff like that. But we're going to go with matte black. Just plain old inky matte black. I've never used this. I'm pretty sure it's never been used by the history of me. And what I'm going to do too, if this paint is still viable, it might not be. Oh, it is. This is my primer here. I'll throw a little cap of primer on this guy. Probably put too much water in it. It's not sticking. I can't get it to stick. keep throwing more and more in there. It's like, nope, not taking it. Nope, don't try it. I'm not taking it. No, I refuse. Nope, it will not take it. I don't know why. It's just being stubborn, but it was wet. Now it's just being stubborn. Well, it's not good. It's all right. Don't need to worry about that right now. Let's move on to... I can't use this brush anyway. I got to get out my big 2.0 brush. Yeah, probably. Or a 2 brush. I think it's a 2 brush. Oh, that's not it. This actually might work though. I don't really like to use this 2 brush, to be honest. It's too big. Too big for me. I'm not a 2 brush kind of guy. All right, I'm not working this right here. Let's see. See if I can adjust this to be a little bit more friendly for my head. I'm having a bad camera day with my head here. Oh, you know what? That's probably because I'm too high. Let's bring myself down a little. All right, so I've got all these hands sticking out here. I'm going to need a boatload of this paint, to be honest, but so much texture, which means it's just gonna absorb in. I'm not really interested in totally painting the hands right now. I thought I'd try to make them look like regular hands, but we'll see. You know, flesh colored. But that's going to take a little time to paint them all. I got to keep sure. I want to make sure I spread this deep enough so that it's not. No, this is just an ink. It's not even. It's not a. It's not a wash. It's not a. It's not a contrast paint. Just plain old everyday ink. So it's just black. It's an air. It's not. I'm sorry. It's not even an ink. It's a airbrush paint. So it's just thin like an ink. So. We'll see. It does run into the recesses a little bit. And with my zenithal highlighting or zenithal priming over the top, I'm hoping. And this is again a pretty fast paint. I mean it's not. This is basically base coating, right? So we'll see how that goes. I gotta at least get this piece on before I go to bed. So I gotta do kind of quick. I spent what was it yesterday? What did I do yesterday? I spent a lot of time just on the boots. I was working on the boots all night. I don't know why. I mean, it took longer than I thought. I didn't actually expect doing boots would take so long. I'm almost to the end of my paint already, and I've only gotten one side of this guy's. Look, I handled it somehow. I touched the black paint spot, and now it looks like I got like a fingerprint. Don't touch the wrong spots. This is why I don't like to do. I mean, it ain't gonna matter in the end because that's not even a painted spot yet. But it is annoying getting paint that far off. I mean, I'm not like doing this super careful as far as applying, but I do need to be more careful than that. Probably shouldn't, like I said, don't be handling it. Where'd it go? Oh, it's right here. Right where I put it. Gonna need at least that much more. Like I said, I'm not even. I'll do a triple dot instead of a double dot. This is my big brush, as big as a brush as I ever use. Now this is not going to be this is the inside, and I'm not going to go all the way up because it isn't going to be visible, I don't think. Well, maybe some of it will be. That's why I'm doing so much of it. I kind of want it just to, you know, it's going to be behind the bottom part, which is going to be tucked away on top. You know, this can be tucked away behind it, but I'm just going to give it I want to make sure it gets at least a little bit of a coat of this stuff inside. It's going to be mostly shadowy because, well, I'm not going to see most of this. It's going to be tucked away and behind his bottom half, but Now, I don't need to do this part without the bottom half. I needed to get the areas. I'm mostly concerned about the areas that the bottom half I won't be able to paint around. So, it's interesting. They didn't put any hands on this piece. Apparently the hands don't want to come out this area. Like I said, I'm trying to make this I don't want to make this a thick coat. Just enough that it covers up the priming and gets a little bit of that gray highlighting to come through it. So it looks like a smoky black. So I don't want to I'm not trying to make it cover up every last tad bit of gray. Except, I want it to recede. Kind of like a wash will, but it won't do it as much because it's an actual, not a wash. It's not an actual wash. So we'll see how much that backfires on me. If not, it can do something. Oh man, it's hot in here. Alexa, turn off heater. Oh, that's why. Oh, why did I leave that on? I should know better by now. Stop turning that on when you're streaming, Ken. There we go. All right, so I think I've pretty much got it covered. Did I miss any? Not seeing any misses. Maybe a little bit up in there. But again, if I miss something that's on the outside, it's not that big of a deal because I can paint that. I just want to make sure all this area that the bottom half is going to cover up is doing its job. It's not needing to be painted because I don't want to have to. This makes it so it's highly unlikely that I accidentally, like right now, if I wanted to paint behind here, I probably don't need to because I think that bottom part's going to really cover that up. But doesn't look too bad. And then I will, I don't know, I'll have to do some kind of highlight on it, but I don't know what, like a dry brush white or something, then I'll, paint the hands so that they do their own thing. But there you go. There's his outer base, his outer edges. And then, yeah, we're getting pretty close to being able to assemble and put the bottom on. But, you know what I didn't do is get my phone out. And probably because my phone was dying. And turn on the, what do you call it? My, what was it? My app. Right. So we were actually working on Krampus, weren't we? I mean, we didn't do anything. I just showed you Santa. So we'll just do that, and then we'll have to say, oops, pause, edit. And we did about 20 minutes. 20 minutes is about what I said I was going to do. And it's Friday tomorrow. Yay, Friday! So that's a good thing, right? I mean, with Friday here, we can actually look forward to maybe painting a little bit more tomorrow night. I do tend to paint more on Friday nights because my wife goes to bed and that's when I stay up. Because I don't have to get up early on Saturdays. The one day of the week I don't have to get up early. I mean, I get up earlier on Sunday. Not early, I mean earlier than Saturday on Sunday. I still can't get this to stick to the the top of this lid. One side is now covered. The other side not so much. Okay, so let's put this on. Palette. Okay. What else did we do? Is that it? All I did was the Gravelord Gray. Took me forever to get it out. Yeah, sounds about right. That's it. I thought, yeah, no, that's it, man. That is it for me. Yeah. So, I will continue that coloring. I'm actually gonna, I might think I'm gonna do some highlighting, maybe dry brush it with some kind of a smoky gray, maybe even, I have a sparkly gray, I think. I do have silver gray. I'm kind of thinking I kind of like the idea of a sparkliness because it shows like there's a magic to it, a bad magic, bad mojo man. It's just like I'm going to do Santa Claus's sword here. I'm going to do Santa Claus's sword the same way. I'm going to have him have this smokiness, but it's going to be a blue smokiness with a metallic in it. And then I'm going to do the sword. Don't know how I'm going to do the sword. Probably just, don't know. But, you know, his has got to look more good. And Krampus is going to look dark and less good. So, right now, the colors don't really go that good. Brown and black. I guess, you know, you're not supposed to wear black with brown pants. Black shoes with brown pants. Looks bad. But we'll see. I'm going to have it be kind of more of a grayish offset color. And then I will add... probably the tops are going to be kind of a leathery color, brown, tan kind of color like the pants. We'll see where it goes. You know, maybe I'll have to, maybe I use a brownish color for, I don't know, because this is supposed to be like a smoke. I want it to look like not like a real thing. So maybe just grayish color. We'll see. Anyway, that was a short session, but hey, you know, if you don't put the brush on, you'll get no progress at all. So 20 minutes on is better than no time at all. So that time it took me to do that is now done. I don't have to worry about it. So that's one step closer, which I wouldn't have got if I hadn't spent 20 minutes today. So till next time, take it easy.